Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where we celebrate what's good about Fresno. Not just Fresno, but the whole valley, the whole state, and maybe in this case, the whole nation and world. We've got a product for you that I believe in. I'm going to tell you why in a few minutes. Let's welcome Darren Long from Black MP Living Water.
Mike, how you doing again, man? Good to see you.
Now,
Thank you for having
me. You were
me.
here it's been a couple months, but I think you left one of these for me.
Yep, sure did.
And I'll tell you what I'm doing with it, and you can tell me if I'm doing it right. I do protein every day, smoothie.
Yep.
I put it in there?
Yeah, right? You can put it in smoothies, coffee, juices, water.
Coffee's okay, so hot food's okay too?
Yep, sure is.
I tried it just with a little water, and I like it better than the smoothie.
Yeah, some people do. I mean, that's why what's neat about it is you can use it for anything.
And what's it doing for me when I put this in my smoothie?
Okay, you're filling your body full of minerals. You're filling it with good probiotics, enzymes, and this one here you're holding up is a new product that we just came out with a brilliant scientist named Dr. Lawton Tang out of Pasadena. He's probably, along with David Sinclair, one of the top anti-aging doctors and scientists probably in the country, if not the world. So I introduced this to him, to Dr. Tang years ago, and he was fascinated with it. I was fascinated with what he was doing. He holds several PhDs.
Now, by the way, there's no protein, no carbohydrates, no sugar, no, another word, protein, I guess. And but then it gets to the smaller print, and it's all these, does it say vitamins?
We have vitamins in it now, too. Oh, yeah.
A whole bunch of them in there. What is it? What is Black
We're the first one. We pioneered this. We've been actually working on it for about 10 years now. And it's very complicated. It's very interesting how everything works together when you put it together. And it's all natural. You know, we have a USDA certification on it, especially on the probiotics. And it's a new level. We're learning more and more in science right now, especially with new AI coming out. And science is going at leaps and bounds right now. Yeah. So, right now I think Dr. Sinclair and Dr. Lawton Tang have really introduced this. I mean, this started years ago in anecdotal evidence, and now went into trials with animals. Now it's in human trials. What's so interesting about it is there's a molecule. It's called NMN, not M&Ms, NMN, and that stands for nicotinamide mononucleotides. And when you're mixing that with a derivative of resveratrol, that activates things and creates almost like new cells, like a younger cell in you. And I started this. What's really interesting is I started this program with Dr. Tang about 2 years ago, and that's injectables, and that is all medical. And from there, nobody really knew this, but I just started losing weight, and I wasn't even working out. I was still eating the same stuff, and I was dropping weight like crazy, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Well, it really boosts your metabolism, but what we just found out is NMN also mitigates insulin resistance, which is that belly fat you can't get rid of no matter what you do. And that's usually brought on by GMO foods and everything else that's coming our way, environment. And so it's really exciting what's coming. I mean, we're just touching, scraping the surface of what's really out there.
Can we say any endorsements?
Yeah, we have the NFL endorsements, alumni, and we also
Pro Football Legends.
And Pro Football Legends.
NFL alumni and Pro Football Legends.
And we also like to help the kids, too. We have a Caring for Kids that we like to donate on what we make off of it and help get them off the streets, clothing, food, stuff like that. So
by the way,
it's a win-win.
You know what happens to a football player after they stop playing and working out every day?
Yeah, they're screwed up for life, and they bloat. Yeah, absolutely.
And who do you have endorsing this?
I'm sorry?
NFL alumni.
Yeah, the NFL alumni, and this is what happened is because it started in the NFL alumni back a few years ago, really started with USA Wrestling, trying to get kids off all these sugar drinks. And the NFL alumni found out what we were doing. And I was getting calls because we had a lot of guys like Brian McConnell was very ill. He had a liver transplant. And different people in the NFL alumni, which are in their 70s and 80s, are screwed up. And this worked. And we were the first product they've ever endorsed. We're not a support, it's just an endorsement. And I always tell people, if this works for old NFL alumni, it will work for anybody because there's nobody more screwed up than NFL alumni.
Now, is this all one product, or are they different?
No, they're
products?
different products. We came out with a new product here. It's a super immune boost, which has zinc, vitamin D3, C, all of it in it, on top of the humic acids, which humic acids already, we know. In fact, here's a good book I wanted to show. This is called Viral Immunity, and it's from a Dr. Pierre. And this is his deal, and this tells you viral immunity with humic acid. This has been studied by the NIH and a lot of other universities and government agencies.
I've been reading about that humic acid. I just never figured out how to get it or get it in my body.
And, you know, there's a great scientist down in Irvine who actually gave it to his friend of mine, and he has one of the top, Dr. Love is his name. You can probably see him on his website, but he's the one that really studies just humic acids and diseases, and he's got papers out on it. So does the NIH and the World Health Organization, all saying that. And it was really interesting when we're going through all these different types of viruses back even in, you know, when COVID hit and stuff, that this has been proven to be not only an immune booster, but it actually helps fight different types of viruses based on the NIH studies, that is. And so I love Dr. Love. He has an actual video, if it's still up, about if you have humic acids in your body all the time, you're taking it every day, and we're exposed to thousands of different viruses every day. They're at our doorstep knocking every day. And it was really interesting. You had to hear the video. He's talking about if it's in your body, and you do, and you will be infected. We all will be infected with some type of virus, that the severity of it will be very low. And when you actually get it, you just up your humic acids, and you'll find out it's an antiviral therapeutic is what it is. And that's what it talks about in that book. I would highly recommend people to get that book.
Yeah. What's this one?
Okay, so this is just our regular base. It doesn't have vitamins or anything other than humic acids, probiotics, and fulvic acids. Okay. And if you go to the store, this is the big one that you're showing. This is about $2.99, $3, right?
And what is this one? I could afford $3,
yeah,
you guys.
But you know what though? That if you add up 120, that's $360, and this is $69. Okay. And of course, you guys would throw another 20 off on it, but this does 120 of these. So your savings is here. It's not in the store. I mean, they gouge. Everybody gouges.
What stores might you find this? Somebody's watching today. They want to get this.
Yeah, well, we're in Save Marts and a lot of the C stores, and a lot of gyms are taking it. We're really heading a lot up in the Costa Mesa, Irvine, Newport Beach, Long Beach areas. Really,
and this is the same.
Really
you put a drop in your.
Yeah, it's a dropper fluid. Same thing. You just put it and you do it. If you put it in coffee, you know, it actually takes away that bitter taste or any. You've tried it yet?
Yeah, I did my coffee.
It makes coffee even better.
I was
tasting.
not doing it a lot. I wanted to wait till you came. Is it okay to put it in hot?
Yeah,
okay.
You can put it in hot.
Coffee. Okay.
Yep.
Or your tea, I guess. Coffee
Tea's good too.
Now, what if we want to know more? Tell us about the website. What's going to be at blackmp.com?
Well, it'll show some products in there. My youngest son, Daniel, and my oldest one, DJ Jr., we've been working on a QR code, and people can hit that QR code on the website, and it'll take them to all the information, all the studies that anybody wants to see, and say, show this is real stuff. This is endorsed by not only Dr. Love and Dr. Sinclair or Dr.
Can they buy it? Can they buy it on the site, or they?
Yeah,
buy
they can buy it. Absolutely.
Where's the best place?
I tell them to go on in and get a cheap. I mean, you can we'll knock off $20.
Say you're from Central Valley.
$49, and what a savings versus $360 buying that.
Nice. What's the secret code here? John 3:16.
That'll work.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
It's our secret code. All right. So, what do you want our viewers to do now? Go to your website and buy some? Go to the store
they can go in and learn. Knowledge is everything, right? I mean, lack of knowledge, it could end up destroying us. So, learning this is probably right now the number one thing people really need to look at based on what we're seeing in our environment, what we're drinking, what we're eating, whether it's GMOs or things that aren't good for us. What's so great about this stuff? There's a stuff called fulvic acid, which is actually yellow, but it's a detoxifier, cell cleansing molecule like nothing else, and it also delivers nutrients. So you're getting everything you need just in this water. Everybody that gets on this thing, we had a 92% retention rate. That means people get on it, 92% keep buying it every month, and it's just been building and building because of what it does and what they feel.
Yeah.
This isn't something you take like vitamins, which most of your vitamins are pretty much poison. If you really look in a lot of vitamins, you're going to see you want methylcholamine.
Right.
Because what's happening is they're adding different things in vitamins, and of course, where are they coming from? I'm not going to say it, and that's what you got to be careful at. And even Dr. Tang will tell you that be careful when you're taking vitamins. At least if you do, you should be taking it every other day, because you can build up a toxicity in the liver.
And what's in this bottle? Is there
That's pure water, black.
it's a secret recipe?
Yeah, it's a secret recipe. It's human
Dang, I almost
fulvic
got it out
acid.
of
It's
the-
God's recipe,
Yeah.
and then we just add some stuff to it, and it just brings it up.
By the way, tell me the difference between taking a liquid supplement and a vitamin.
Well, so if you're going to take vitamins, first of all, get vitamins. If you're going to take vitamins, then you don't need our vitamins, but get vitamins that are, made in the USA, and make sure there's, doesn't have cyanide in it, which you're seeing cyanocobalamin is what you see. If you ever see that, and just look at the back of it, and if I told you where it was from, it'd make you sick. And they're allowed to put that in the vitamins.
Right.
You want methylcholamine.
Okay. Methylcholamine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
but
it's,
I get it. You want the right kind.
yeah,
I've been studying magnesium. Same thing. You want the right kind.
Look under B12. If it has a C, get rid of it. Don't even take it. If it has an M, which means methylene, that's the one you want, because that's a natural. The other one's synthetic, and I'm not going to tell you where it comes from because it'll make you sick. Put it that way.
So
you can Google it out. Where that comes from.
So I guess what we want our viewers to do is go to blackmp.com. You're not even pushing us. You're just saying, go look it up.
Yeah, just go look it up for yourself. And I understand a lot of people, because we've dealt with this for many years, that people, they take vitamins, they don't feel anything, so it's another gimmick or it's another problem. But once you get on it, what I say is try it for yourself.
Yeah.
Once you try it, it can change your life, especially this new stuff we're getting ready to introduce here. We'll talk about that on another show, but it's going to blow you away.
What I do every day is I research,
Yep.
health, wellness, the things I need to put in my body. And here's a place to research, blackmp.com.
.net. Yeah.
.com. Blackmp.com. Anything else you want our viewers to know? We're out of time. But
Nope, we're good. I just
Okay,
can't
good.
wait for our next one.
All right, and I'll tell you how I feel.
You got it.
Come back in a month. Let's come every month and do this.
Absolutely.
All right.
Love to.
We will be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.